Don't forget me.
You needy.
What?
My AT's mask. Okay. So we're outside of the Asylum Haunted House entrance. And Savannah and Zachary. Kaiden is cold, so he's sitting in the car. And we're waiting for Brooklyn and Cody to get here. They finally found a babysitter. But it is super crowded. Check this out. There's the entrance line. We paid extra for Fast Pass, but we're waiting on my daughter. So
That is
at least I'm not standing in that long line. We were singing and dancing on the way here. She was supposed to vlog that.
I
don't
did kind of.
think she did.
I did kind of.
She
Took
did.
selfies in the back seat.
No, I took videos in the back seat of you.
Uh-oh.
Spotted a total.
Uh-oh. That's probably not a good thing.
And I'm about to.
Alright, so
Wait, that sounded different.
I'll check in a little bit. Listen, this is fun. I don't know. You guys think it's scary, but I'm excited.
No.
This will be fun. We'll see how many times my son-in-law will throw
People with me.
his wife in front of the scary things.
Oh yeah, and I'll try.
Okay, Brooklyn is on her way. They couldn't get a babysitter, so Cody's got to stay home with the baby. But still waiting. Everybody, well, the line's gone down quite a bit, I suppose. We're in front of like this really cool. I think it's the same people that own it. They have like the experience room, escape room. I don't know. Anyway. That's the update for now. Alright, we're in the Fast Pass line versus that line. So let's see how long it takes us to get there. Look, Brooklyn's here. And Kaiden, who's so excited.
There's the start of the line.
Brooklyn's not happy. Kaiden's still bored. We're fixing to head in there. She's about to puke.
You can do it. Let's go.
Uh-oh, there he is. You're shaking. I'm cold. Uh-huh. I'm about to pass out before I even get in there. It's so hot. Okay, so there is, you know, like
Zachary, and I'm just like, you told him my name.
I didn't mean to. He like disappeared and I was like, Zachary, where are you?
And then this other guy's like, Zachary, where are you? And I'm just like, what the heck, dude?
And then she kept going, Zach, hold on. Zach, come on. Zach, and I said, Savannah, shut up. There, and he knew his name.
Kaiden was like, I just think it's funny how you guys reacted. It wasn't scary at all.
He said, you're choking me, Brooklyn. Let go. He choked me at one point. He was like,
Because I was scared and it was dark.
Meanwhile, when we went into the clown room, I literally was basically cuddling Brooklyn's back.
I about boxed the guy with the chainsaw at the end. I was like, dude, I can't breathe. And he was standing like in a stance like this with it going right in the middle of the exit.
Yeah.
And I just was like, I just put up my dukes. I was like, and I just stared at him like, dude, bring it. Like
Yeah, he
this
blocked
point.
Savannah from like leaving at first, and it was
He
like,
literally, he put the thing right in between me and Brooklyn, and I had to let go of Brooklyn.
no, I let go of yo ass, shoved y'all to the side.
There was one point where we had to
That was a
crawl.
conscious decision I made to let go of you. I don't know what you're
was
I
doing.
know. I was like,
every single
why am I on my hands and knees crawling? And the girl behind me goes, as long as I can touch this lady in front of me, I'm okay. So she legit had her hands on my bottom. And she was like just crouched.
I was walking,
and I was like okay.
I was basically just walking like this. Like, I was just crawling with just my 2 feet while I held on to Brooklyn's jacket.
Yeah, and then I'm on all fours, and all of a sudden, they get out of my feet. So I'm like, help, where am I?
That's why I was
At
like,
the end of the first one, it's a wall. And I was like, oh God. Like, I'm stuck.
Yeah, like, I was literally just
laying
laying down
like,
and trying to reach
yeah,
anywhere I could.
Then I feel to the left, and I'm like, oh, thank God. And I'm like, it's a turn here. You turn here.
And I just followed Kaiden, who followed the dude in front of us. At one point, he was like, he said like, oh, it's a dead end. Somebody said it was dead end, and so he started backing up, and then he was like, oh wait, no, it's not.
Yeah, the guy who knew my name was like, that's not a dead end. And I'm just like, I hate your voice.
That one guy, and probably the same guy who was going, is this Christy? To everybody, I could hear him going, are you Christy? Are you Christy? Are you Christy? And then he got to me, and I'm like, I'm Christy.
When Brooklyn went into the like roundabout thingy, he said to her, say hi to the doctor, and me and Zach go, the doctor? And she was like, they were like, you'll find out. I was just like, that's helpful.
Was that the operating table one?
No.
The operating table one, like there was some guy on the operating table, an operator, and then somebody over here is the one that jumped out at me.
Yeah, I looked at him and I was
I
like, you look like my friend.
No, that was when we got put in the stupid tube thing.
I like the tube thing.
I did not like the tube thing.
No, because I can do
You
those.
were complaining
what
about
tube
going
thing?
last. The thing that
Did you
I like it. You go by yourself. Only one can fit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, that tube thing. I thought you were talking about
they
the...
put you in the little space.
Oh,
thingy.
yeah.
Yeah, and I get
Yeah,
last
like
last
one
for
at
that.
a
I thought you were talking
time.
about like the...
That's, I was like,
That's my worst fear.
That's what I go, how airtight is this?
The thing where it spins.
It was
I don't know
fun,
whether
yeah,
it was
you went in and then you
actually
end up
turning or not.
came out the other
No,
side
the
of it.
thing you walk on doesn't turn. The thing around it turns.
Yeah, and they
Okay,
spun
well,
you came out the other
I
end.
started hallucinating then because I thought that it was turning.
Yeah, that's the point of it. Because like the way the lights are and everything.
I was not okay.
I also got jealous because everyone else started glowing in that one room and I wasn't glowing.
Your mask was glowing.
I couldn't see that.
That one lady pissed me off.
The mask?
Yeah.
Which one?
When she kept saying, we're back home. The kids had a good time. I had a good time except for I got super hot and super dizzy standing in that line with the mask on, and I just wasn't getting enough air in. And then I got super dizzy in that little room, and that was right before you head into it. And I got to the point where I was about passed out because I was so hot and dizzy, and I just wasn't getting enough air in. So then in one of the rooms, the people, scary people or whatever, was like, it's okay, you can take your mask off, we won't tell. And so I took it, like had it in my hands, and then we went to this next area, and this one, well, you had to go into this like chamber thing where like you enter. It was like this round like tube that you like enter one at a time, and then they shut you in. It's pitch black, and they turn you, and then you exit the back of it, and then it's just a black hallway. And so I was crouched down there, and I just had kind of a mask like this, but I sat down because I was so dizzy and didn't have enough air, and was waiting for the rest of the kids. And then there was a lady that had this gurney that was like, we started going, and she was like, you know, all bloody, and she ran the gurney up against the thing, but she kept screaming, mask on or you forfeit, mask on. And I kept telling her, I can't get enough air, I'm super dizzy. And she just kept going on and on, like she was such a bitch about it. So I put the mask back on, and then we went through this like tunnel that was like, you were walking, but everything around you was like that black and white like spiral thing, and that did not help the dizzy. And I tried to like just look down at my feet where I was walking, because I was like, oh, I'm gonna pass out, oh, I'm gonna pass out. So we went through like this maze of like vines, and there was like a person hidden in the vines that jumped out, and my son was in front of me, and then I had to hold the back of his shirt. It was Kaiden, then it was me, and then Brooklyn was behind me, my 21-year-old who does this every year but is terrified of everything and masks, and she's afraid of the Easter Bunny and Santa Claus and everybody. Anyway, she had hold the tie to me, and then Savannah was behind her, and Zachary, Savannah's best friend, was behind Savannah. And so the next thing we get to is the clown room. And we get in there, and I'm at that point just like doing this. Like, I cannot see. I'm blacking out at that point. And so then I'd bend down, like, put my hands on my knees, and I'm like, I'm gonna pass out. I can't do this. And so somebody came up to me, and I was like, I just can't breathe, and I'm dizzy. I'm super dizzy. And they were like, do we need to get you out of here? And I said, I need to sit. And I was like, how much longer do we have? Because if it's not very much longer, then I'll just take a breather and then I'll go. And there's 3 other people like kind of in our group in front of us. And they went on. But then they said there was quite a bit more to go. So then they were like, okay. I said, just the kids, you guys go ahead. And I said, if I'll just have them take me out or sit me somewhere. So they took me kind of behind the thing, and I just sat on the ground, like legit hopped a squat on the ground, because they didn't know what to do with me. And they were like, we'll go get somebody. And I was like, I just need to sit, because I'm gonna pass out if I don't sit down and breathe. So I sat there and breathed and cooled off. I was so hot, sweat pouring off of me, and I don't even see, like, this is from crying because I was so upset. Like, but I don't have any makeup left on. But I was sweating, pouring sweat, and finally I cooled down, and then I started crying, because I was like, I don't ever get to do anything fun with the kids, and this was like 2 of their first times in a haunted house, and I really wanted to be there for that and have fun with them, and like, I enjoy it. I think it's fun. And so I was just bawling, and then the guy came, and poor guy, I was crying, and I'm like, I'm sorry. And he was like, do you want me to take you out of here? And I was like, I said, I'm feeling better now. I'm not as dizzy now. I was like, I've had a chance to sit, breathe, and cool off without this mask on, so I can get enough air in. And so then he was like, what do you want to do? And I was like, if it's okay, I'll just finish it. I'll go through the maze. So then he took me to, like, I think maybe just like a little bit of a shortcut. And so then I finished, and there was, people in front of me, people behind me. There was, people going through it all the time. But I put my mask back on, but I kept it like below my nose so I could get some air through my nose at least. And nobody else said anything to me. But there was a point where you had to get down on your hands and knees and crawl. And for some reason, like, that exerting that energy or whatever, my heart started racing again, and I started getting like where I couldn't breathe. And maybe part of it was like panicking. I don't think so, but it could have been. And then when I stood back up, I was dizzy again. I was like, well, crap. So then I got to this one section where I could kind of like get over kind of in a corner and just rest and let these other people by me. And then the very end, and like the one guy jumped out at me and scared the bejesus out of me, and I screamed, and then I just giggled. I couldn't help it. Like, he got me good. And then when you exit out and you're like outside and you're leaving, you come around a corner and there's a guy with a chainsaw like blocking your path. And at that point I was like, my heart's racing, I can't breathe, I don't know where my kids are. But before that, walking through the maze thing, and there was a guy going, Christy, Christy, are you Christy? To everybody that came by, and I could hear him. And so then I'm like, I'm Christy, and he was like, your son said maybe you'd want to get out of here. I was like, I'm okay. Anyway, so yeah, it was an interesting experience. It was fun. I'm kind of heartbroken that I didn't get to, like, I did half of it on my own, and the kids did half of it on, without me. But yeah, I just came up. The chainsaw guy was standing right there with the chainsaw going, rah, 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 like squatting. And I just kind of was like, dude, like both of my like fists up, like, not today. I've got my cold wet washcloth on me because I'm still nauseous. The car ride home. Anyway, I had fun. It was fun. I'll ask more. I videoed a little bit in the car of like Zach and Brooklyn and Savannah, like what they thought and stuff. But it's just pretty much pitch dark. You can't really see, but you can hear. It sounds like everybody had fun. So you guys are missing out. You don't know what you're talking about. They're fun. So just thought I'd share my experience with you guys. Okay, Savannah. What'd you think of last night?
It was fun. I expected to be more scared. I was surprised that I wasn't more scared, And then I slept like a baby.
How did your sister do?
Awful.
She screamed.
She kept on making sure that I didn't let go of her, though, so that was nice.
She made sure you were behind her and her little brother was in front of her. And they were taking bets on you, weren't they?
Yeah.
That you would cry before you even got in there, and that you wouldn't make it through.
I made it through and I didn't cry, so. Who's really the winner here?
Alright. So, all my friends are weird, right?
Yeah, it was really fun. I mean, like, I'm not the type of person that likes scary things, but that was fun.
Yeah, you won't go out to the camper in our driveway in the dark by yourself. Your big sister has to meet you halfway.
Yeah, and then she scares the shit out of me. Like, instead of being a good big sister and being like, okay, I got you, she's like, right!
Yeah, Cody does that too.
Yeah, Cody's a bitch ass too.
Oh my god, Savannah. Sorry about my child's language.
I'm passionate about hating their jump scares.
She's passionate about saying dirty words.
No, that's not it at all.
Alright, so, see everybody? It was fun. And you're missing out.
I just have personality.
And Kaiden said he had fun, but that he wasn't scared at all.
He said he had fun watching us be scared.
He was like, it was not scary at all.